Good morning, everybody. Bill Knutson here, New York Sports with an Attitude. Well, we'll get to last couple of Mets games, Friday night and yesterday, and then of course it's Sunday morning, about 9 a.m., week 2 of the NFL season. So we'll talk some Jets and Giants as well. All right, Friday night, Thor on the mound, tough, up in Boston. 100 games plus they've won already, so you know that's going to be tough. Thor was excellent. 7 shutout innings. Only gave up, I believe, 3 hits, I think it was. And the bats came to help. Bruce hit a 3-run homer, drove in 4 runs. Jackson, McNeil, and Rosario all hit home runs. And the defense was there too. McNeil made a great catch. Nimmo made a great catch. So it was a beautiful thing, and we won 8-0. We can score runs for other people, but I've said before, DeGrom must be sitting there saying, "Where are all these runs when it's my turn to pitch?" And DeGrom's pitching this afternoon, by the way. So hopefully we've got some energy to drive in some runs for that poor guy. So Friday night, 4th win in a row, 10 out of 13 in September. So it was a beautiful thing. Saturday, not quite as good. It was kind of a bullpen game. Oswalt started. Yeah, it was okay. Pitched like 2 2/3 innings. We had a couple of other relievers in. We didn't have any starting pitchers in there. And Nimmo hit a 3-run homer in the 4th. Gave us a 3-1 lead, but Seawald came in and took care of that. He got the first 2 guys out, and we're still up 3-1. And then he ended up giving up 4 runs with nobody out, with nobody on and 2 outs. He ended up giving up 4 runs, including a 3-run homer that was clearly a home run. I could see it was a home run in live action. I could see it was a home run on replay. I don't know how the umpires in New York that do the judging couldn't see that. Like I said, I saw it in live action. I saw it on the replay. Clearly a home run. They called it a double. A 2-run double instead of a 3-run homer. I was like, okay, we got a huge break because that was clearly the wrong call. So the game was tied at that point, but Seawald gave up 2 more runs. Again, he started off the inning with 2 outs, nobody on, and a 3-1 lead. And by the end of the inning, he had given up 4 runs, and we were down 5-3, and we ended up losing the game 5-3. But, we're still like 10-4. In our last 14 games, we're playing really good ball, 69-79 overall. And Boston's really tough. They've got a great lineup. Today, DeGrom against Sale, for the series win up in Boston. 2 great pitchers. Hopefully DeGrom will continue to dominate. It's going to be very hard to be really good against Boston, but Syndergaard was the other night, so hopefully DeGrom can be equal to the task. Hopefully we'll get a series win in Boston, which is very difficult to do. So 1 o'clock today. I know Jets are playing, Giants are playing, but see if you can flip around the channels or get a couple of different screens, a couple of different games on the one screen. See what you can do, because DeGrom and Sale is worth watching. And the Giants don't play till tonight anyway, so it's just flip back and forth with the Mets and the Jets. I think the Jets play at 1 o'clock, so. And the Mets play at 1 too, so Jets and Mets, try and watch both. And of course, Giants tonight against the hated Cowgirls. I call them Cowgirls because I can't stand the Cowboys. I hate them. And cows aren't boys anyway. Cows are girls. So I call them the Cowgirls, sissy Cowgirls, for Cowboys fans that I know. I hate the Cowboys like I hate the Yankees. But I give the Yankees respect. Over 90 wins. They're going to end up playing a wild card game against the A's, barring some miracle. The last 15 games, it's going to be the Yankees and the A's in a wild card game. I'll root for the A's. I don't think they'll win, but I'll root for the A's. Always hated the Yankees, always hated the Cowboys my whole life, and that will never change. Love the Mets, love the Giants. All right, so let's talk about the Jets and the Giants today. I've got my legendary linebacker Harry Carson jersey. You can't see the back of it, but it was autographed by Harry, and it has my name on it, and it mentions all of his career statistics, he was a 9-time Pro Bowler, played 13 years in the league, and he was elected to the Hall of Fame in 2006. It says all that on the 5-3 in the back, So thanks again to my great friend for getting Mr. Carson to do that for me. I'm very happy about that. So Jets today, after absolutely stomping the Detroit Lions in Detroit last Monday night. I did not see that coming. I thought the Lions would win. I didn't have much faith in the Jets winning that game. They didn't just win. I mean, they destroyed Detroit. And it's like Jets got the ball. First play of the game, Darnold throws a pick six. Gives the Lions a quick 7-0 lead first play of the game. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And I thought the route was on. Well, I was right. The route was on. I just didn't have the right team. But after that, Darnold settled down, threw a couple of touchdowns. The defense was good. Everything was good about the Jets. I couldn't believe it. And they just completely shut down the Lions. And Stafford's a good quarterback, and they have some offensive weapons, but Jets defense wasn't having any of it. And they played really well. And the Jets are hosting the Dolphins today. The Dolphins are nothing special. They've been mediocre for like 20 years. And I think they'll be mediocre again. And at home with the, the Gang Green going wild and Fireman Ed and all that stuff going on, I think the Jets are going to be 2-0. I think they have a very good chance of beating the Dolphins today. Like I said, Dolphins are nothing special. Tannehill's okay. They don't have really anything that scares you. And in New York, I think the Jets are going to win that game. So, hope that makes you Jets fans happy. My prediction of the Jets going 2-0. I think there's an excellent chance of that. Giants, they played solidly last week against Jacksonville. Manning missed a few passes, was a little rusty, but Beckham played well. Barkley played well. They lost to a very good Jacksonville defense, very good Jacksonville team, 20-15 at home. So, I was disappointed in the result, but, they didn't look terrible in that game. It's going to be tough tonight. 8:20 tonight, NBC. Giants at the $1 billion playpen in Dallas against the hated Cowgirls. I just want the Giants to win that game so bad. Lee, go Big Blue. They're going to have to step up. Now, we're going to have to make Dak Prescott beat us. Because he doesn't have Dez Bryant, who the last couple of years, 3 years, has been on the downslide anyway, downslide, whatever you want to call it. I don't think he's that great, and he's not with the Cowboys anymore. Jason Witten retired, so, they've got unproven people at wide receiver in Dallas. So what they do have is Ezekiel Elliott. I can't stand Ezekiel Elliott. He is a sorry excuse for a human being. I can't stand that guy. But he can run, obviously. He'd be absolutely useless in society if he couldn't run the football. And like I said, I can't stand him. But, he can play. So the Giants are going to have to focus on stopping Elliott and making Dak Prescott beat us. If we can stop Elliott, we'll have a chance to win. If Elliott runs for 125, 150 yards, couple of touchdowns, Giants will lose that game tonight. So that's going to be the key. Stopping that sorry excuse for a human, Zeke Elliott. Hopefully we can do that. Make Prescott beat us. Got to get pressure on him because he's got talent. But, if you can get pressure on him, especially in his face, and not let him, you got to contain the edges as well, not let him run loose. So hopefully we can do that and get out of Dallas with a big win for Big Blue. I've got a question for you. A friend of mine tried to challenge me with a trivia question. I was 100% up for the challenge and snapped off the answer. So I'll throw it out there for you, and you can let me know in person, or you can let me know the comment section of the show, after you see the show. It's like, here's the question, how do you end a winless streak but not a winning streak? Okay? How do you end a winless streak but not a winning streak? So there's the question out there for you. I scooped it up right away. I was all over it. There's a lot of smart people out there. I'm sure you guys and gals will figure it out as well. All right. So that's about it. That's a wrap. Mets today, 1 o'clock. Big one in Boston. DeGrom and Sale, classic pitchers duel. Hopefully the Mets bats will show up and get DeGrom some runs and get him back to 500. Wow, I can't believe he's under 500. With a 171 ERA, he's 8-9. That's so pathetic. Show up, get the man his 9th win, will you? Mets offense and defense and whatever. 1 o'clock also. Jets and Dolphins. Don't miss it. Especially you people in New York. Don't miss that game. Tonight, the big Sunday night game in Dallas. Giants in Dallas. Come on, Giants. Come on, Big Blue. Step up big. Pound those cowgirls into submission. Let's do it. All right. That's all I've got. Have a great Sunday. Watch the Mets, the Jets, the Giants tonight. Go New York as always. Subscribe to the show. Give me an answer on that trivia question. How do you end a winless streak but not a winning streak? Give me the answer to that whenever you get a chance to. Have a great Sunday. Watch all the great sports. Thanks very much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you next time.